I think it's time to get underway. Apologies again for the late start, but we will get underway with our webinar right now. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for this session, the first session of AI for Founders, where today we'll take a deep dive into the world of crafting compelling pitch decks using the power of AI, artificial intelligence. My name is Blake from Stone & Chalk, and we're excited to equip you with the knowledge and tools to revolutionize your pitch presentations and captivate potential investors and partners. Before we delve into our presentation, let me briefly introduce Stone & Chalk to you. We are Australia's largest innovation community with a mission to transform Australia into a sustainable, tech-driven economy. Stone & Chalk is a dynamic ecosystem that fosters innovation and collaboration and helps to drive emerging tech startup and scale-up success. At the core of our program is our residency, and it's designed to help founders grow their businesses, offering access to state-of-the-art hubs at the heart of Sydney, Melbourne, and Adelaide, connections to our networks of investors, mentors, customers, corporate partners, and experts, also a vibrant community of like-minded founders, and also growth programs tailored specifically to your company and goals. Now, if you're interested in finding out more, please visit our website at stoneandchalk.com.au or at the link in the chat that we will post at the end of the session. Let's jump in. We're going to be covering the following topics in today's session to show you how to use AI to lift your pitch game, how to enhance memorability and persuasion, how to turn complexity into clarity, and how to leverage ChatGPT and similar AI tools. After hearing about these topics, you'll be able to walk away from this session with clear insights, actions, and steps that you can take to enhance your pitch decks. Now, the first point, enhancing memorability and persuasion. Picture this, you're in a room full of investors, each listening to pitch after pitch. How do you make yours stand out? You got to put yourself in the mind of the investors. And this is where AI tools can come into play. AI algorithms can analyze data from successful pitches to find out why they're successful, helping craft data-driven stories and create powerful visuals to complement your data. Whether it's through powerful visuals or the data-driven storytelling, AI can help you create a pitch that sticks in the mind of your audience. So, how can AI tools help you achieve this? First point is analyzing successful pitches. My apologies. AI algorithms have the ability to analyze data and from successful pitches, looking for patterns that indicate why these pitches were so successful. You can then integrate these learnings into your pitch deck to improve it and increase your chances of success. These patterns can include everything from the structure of the presentation, the tone of voice, specific keywords, and even pacing of information delivery. By integrating these insights into your pitch deck, you can align your presentation with proven strategies that have captured investors' attention and secured funding for others. And we do have an example there of pitchleague.AI. So that is a very handy tool when you're talking about analyzing successful pitches. You can put some content in there and draw out some key insights. The next one is data-driven storytelling. Storytelling is a fundamental element of any compelling pitch. AI tools can analyze large amounts of data to uncover the most impactful narratives related to your industry, market trends, and customer pain points. For example, by using GPT-4, we have been able to find data points on home buyers' emotions towards certain processes of the value of property markets, or the value of property markets that can be used in a pitch deck by a prop tech startup, as you can see by the screenshot there. By incorporating these data-driven stories into your pitch, you establish credibility and demonstrate a deep understanding of the market landscape. This, in turn, helps build trust with your audience and makes your pitch more memorable. Now, the next slide is for visual enhancement. Visual elements can help to easily convey information and evoke emotions. People are often very visual, like myself. So having great visuals can help to capture attention and get important messages across. AI-powered image recognition and generation tools can suggest relevant visuals that align with your narrative. These can be infographics illustrating your growth trajectory, images symbolizing your startup's mission. A third example is graphics that can benefit your text visually, so text to image conversion. Using tools like this one here, picture chart, can also give a fantastic visualization of the text that you're trying to convey. So it's not just words, and hopefully you might appeal to those that are more visual oriented. Now, the next one is tailored communication. Every investor is unique with different preferences and priorities. Truly great pitch decks will be tailored to speak specifically to the investor you're speaking to. Research has shown that personalization increases audience engagement, so why not use that to your advantage in a pitch deck? AI tools can help personalize your pitch deck content based on the investor's background, interests, and previous investments. Tools like GPT-4 can do this by helping to research the investor, collate the information, and provide important insights that you can incorporate into your deck. The tailored approach showcases your dedication and attention to detail, increasing the likelihood of building a meaningful connection and leaving a lasting impression. A warning note on this one though, one of the well-known limitations of AI right now is that it may rely upon some flawed information. So make sure you do your due diligence and fact check everything it tells you before submitting. To wrap up this portion of the presentation, in a sea of pitches, the goal is to create a lasting impact on your audience. These AI tools can help give you an advantage, allowing you to leverage technology and the science of persuasion and human psychology. Once you have enhanced your visual, emotional, and textual memorability, it still doesn't mean you are sending a clear message. And that's where the next step comes in. So point 2, as we mentioned at the top, is distilling complexity into clarity. Founders often struggle with explaining complex idea in a clear and concise way. Investors being able to quickly and easily understand who you are and why they should invest, however, is perhaps the most important part of the pitching process. You don't want to lose investor interest in a meeting because you can't properly explain what it is you actually do. AI's ability to process vast amounts of information quickly can be your secret weapon. AI lets you simplify intricate concepts, turning them easily into easily digestible pieces of information that investors will be able to remember long after they've met you, leaving a very lasting impression. This clarity not only makes your value proposition understandable, but also reinforces your expertise in your field. Here are some key insights into different ways you can create a clear and concise message to your audience. Number 1, data-driven simplification. AI can analyze large volumes of data, identify key insights, and extract essential information. By feeding your pitch deck's content into AI algorithms, you can identify the most critical points that need to be communicated. You can even input your business plan into tools like ChatGPT and ask it to pull out the most important points about your business that an investor will want to know. Asking it to specifically analyze the information as if it was an investor. This ensures that your pitch focuses on the aspects of your startup that are most likely to resonate with your audience, simplifying their narrative without sacrifice. The next slide, natural language processing, or NLP for short. So complex ideas are often require approachable explanations. However, it's the typical curse of knowledge. As a subject matter expert, you may not know what is and isn't common knowledge. Natural language processing, a branch of AI, lets you explain intricate concepts using everyday language so that anyone can understand. NLP tools can help you break down the technical jargon, acronyms, and industry-specific terms into terms that are accessible to a wider, broader audience. This makes your pitch much more relatable and ensures that your audience understands the value your startup brings to the table without getting bogged down or lost in overly complex language. The next slide we have is visualizing complexity. Charts and graphs help us understand complex data and ideas quickly. No one wants to be staring at a wall of difficult to process numbers during a presentation. AI-driven visualization tools can turn data sets, trends, and concepts into visually appealing graphs, charts, and diagrams which summarize the key points you want to make. This will not only help your audience understand complex concepts quickly, but it will also help you to highlight the most important information you need them to focus on. We've got an example there from graphmaker.ai. Please, all of these suggestions we are showing you, these are absolutely resources and tools that you can take away to hopefully implement in your processes when creating a pitch deck. And the last point on this point is contextualizing your value proposition. Understanding the context of your startup's value proposition can help your audience to truly appreciate the significance of your business, especially if they aren't typically involved in the field you operate in. AI tools like ChatGPT-4 can gather data from various sources and present insights that help you to contextualize your startup solution within broader industry trends or societal challenges. This will help to give investors a better understanding of the state of your industry, why your solution is high value, and what sets you apart, and the potential impact your business can have both financially and societally. And we've got GPT-4 there as an example that you can use with a prompt. Feel free to screenshot this and use these to your advantage. Now, to summarize this point, AI is not only a technological marvel, but it's also a tool that can refine and amplify your communication prowess. By harnessing the power of AI tools to distill complexity into clarity, you ensure that your pitch resonates with audiences across different levels of familiarity within your industry. What's the result? It's a pitch that not only captivates, but also educates, setting the stage for meaningful connections with investors and partners who recognize the value your startup brings to the world. By using AI to simplify concepts, you're making your pitch deck far more accessible and engaging to investors. This in turn will let them understand and remember what it is you do and your value proposition, quickly recall the most important pieces of information from your presentation, that was B, and C, feel a better connection with your startup. Now, the third point that we will address in this webinar is leveraging ChatGPT and similar tools. Let's dive deeper into the practical application of AI, specifically with the piece of software that we all know very well right now, ChatGPT and its counterparts. These tools harness the power of language generation, allowing you to create compelling narratives, craft persuasive messages, and draft sections of your pitch deck to your liking, and more so to the investor's liking. It's important to remember that AI isn't replacing people. It is just your assistant, helping to take care of your busy work, suggest better phrases, and fine-tune your content. Here are some actionable steps that you can follow to integrate these tools like ChatGPT seamlessly, ensuring they become an invaluable part of your pitch creation process. So for ChatGPT, we have the power to advance language models, which uses deep learning to produce human-like text through transformer neural networks. For our purposes, all you really need to know about it is that it's a versatile tool for the NLP, the natural language processing, and that it can be very useful for your pitch deck creation. So ways you can actually implement ChatGPT into your pitch deck creation. You can generate elevator pitches. Ask ChatGPT to help you create a concise and impactful elevator pitch that captures your startup's essence in just a few sentences. For example, can you provide me with a captivating one-sentence description of our startup's unique value proposition? That's an example. We have a few others there that you could try out. Knowing that every single time you put a prompt or a question into ChatGPT, you may get a varied but similar answer. So if you're not happy with the first answer, you can always regenerate and make sure that the language that it spits out to you is suitable to you, and obviously through the ears of the investors. Next up is content refinement. You can share sections of your pitch deck with tools like ChatGPT for refining and enhancing the language. You could ask, can you help me articulate the benefits of our solution to potential customers in a compelling way? There's other ones there. Can you please review my pitch deck and suggest ways to clarify complex technical concepts for non-technical investors? ChatGPT will do its thing and it will spit out some very easy suggested examples of what you can include language-wise to make sure that you are providing the investors with a more concise and clear message. The next one is creating story arcs. Crafting compelling narratives that weave together your startup's journey, problem-solving approach, and impact is, the holy trifecta. Request assistance from ChatGPT in creating a coherent story that resonates with investors. Some prompts such as, can you help me structure our pitch to build up to a compelling climax? Others, could you assist me in structuring a narrative that starts with the light bulb moment of our idea, follows our path of innovation, and demonstrates why investors should join us on this journey? Now, keep in mind that you will need to provide ChatGPT with the information about your startup, your mission, your purpose, to make sure that it has the information necessary to craft the best answer possible. Next up is AI-powered content suggestions. Generating new content or insights to lay a foundation of text is a good way to get the ball rolling if you don't know where to start. This is a useful way to receive a chunk of text up front to then review and amend to your liking. The review should always be done to inject your own human flair to your work. A few different topics to ask ChatGPT to help you get started could include drafting opening statements. ChatGPT, could you suggest a captivating opening statement that immediately grabs the attention of personal investors? What are some effective visual aids or graphs I can incorporate into my pitch deck to make complex information more digestible for investors? So the opening statements is where you want to make the biggest bang. So hopefully ChatGPT can provide you with some suggestions. And always, like I said, remember to revise the work that ChatGPT puts out and also add in your personality, your own human flair to this, because the more you do use ChatGPT, the more the structure and the form of their answers start to become similar. So make sure you do inject your personal flair into whatever answer it provides. The next one is highlighting market opportunities. Prompt could be a question: what insights can you provide about the market trends we should emphasize to showcase the growth potential of our startup? Another one, generate insights on emerging technologies or market disruptors that could impact our business and demonstrate our adaptability to investors. As you can see, you can ask ChatGPT or tools like ChatGPT quite complex questions. It doesn't have to just be what is the best way to say this sentence. You can ask it for data. These systems are trained on very large amounts of data. So you can ask it some complex questions that go deeper and deeper down your rabbit hole to make sure you craft and find the best answer possible that ChatGPT can produce. I believe I was up to comparative analysis. Another question you could ask: can you help me outline a section that compares our innovation with existing solutions in the market, highlighting our competitive edge? This seems like a no-brainer to be able to ask tools like ChatGPT, because if they are based on the information that's in market, you should be able to craft a personalized and a standout answer to set you apart from your competitors in the market, especially if it's just what edge can I have that is better than them. You might believe it, but you have to persuade the investors so they can believe it. And hopefully ChatGPT and tools like this can help you do that. The next one is addressing investor concerns. A question: I'd like to address potential concerns about scalability. How can I position our solution as highly scalable using persuasive language? This might be perfect when you enter a Q&A. You will have questions from the investors after your pitch deck. You can prep ahead of time to anticipate questions like this, knowing that you might get asked about scalability, your finances, and make sure that you are well prepped in these areas when it comes time to answer those questions. The second last one here is crisp value proposition. ChatGPT, can you help me refine our value proposition to ensure it's succinct yet compelling? I've been talking many a times to many CEOs or employees of businesses that I don't know. And I simply ask them, so what is it that your company does? And there are few and far between that are able to actually answer the question clearly and in a concise manner. And hopefully ChatGPT can give you that clear and concise message that you can then rehash to investors and anyone else who might ask. And lastly, crafting a call to action. Assist me, ChatGPT, in creating a powerful call to action that motivates investors to take the next step in engaging with our startup. Arguably, probably one of the biggest steps that you'll have to do once all the information is discussed. How can you connect with the investors? How can they connect with you? So hopefully using ChatGPT and tools like that, you can find out the best way to request this, to ask for this, to figure out what your next step is to hopefully securing some investor activity. To wrap up, in the coming weeks, we will be hosting another webinar to write a prompt on how to write a prompt. But in the meantime, a great hack that has been discovered is that you can also get ChatGPT to write your prompts for you. So to end this webinar, that brings us to the close. Off the back of this, we're going to be sending you a document that includes all of these tips mentioned in this webinar today, so you can keep it on hand. We'll also be making a recording of the session available on our YouTube very shortly. So make sure you keep an eye on our socials for that at Stone and Chalk. We'll also be hosting a few more of these sessions on other subjects tailored to founders, and we'd love to see you there. Sign up to our newsletter to learn more about when tickets become available for those sessions coming up. At Stone and Chalk, we're always here to help founders grow their emerging tech, startup, and scale up. So if you'd like to learn more about how we can help you grow, please visit our website at stoneandchalk.com.au, or please reach out to any of the Stone and Chalk team or use the QR code on your screen right now to find out more information. Thank you so much for joining us for this first session of AI for Founders Pitch Decks. We hope to see you at the next few. Thank you very much.